Do you often experience inflammation similar to acne? Have you noticed that the products that typically have been working really well for you just don't work the same? They sting, they're irritating, they're just not the same product that you bought before. No worries, boo, I got you. So today is gonna be talking all about your barrier. Hey Shug, it's your girl Taj Mahaly, your favorite bald-headed internet Esty, and this is a place for beauty bosses and skin enthusiasts, and we're talking all about the barrier repair today. I'm gonna give you a layman's term version. There's no reason for me to go into what the stratum corneum is, the brick and mortar structure. That's good for estheticians, but for your everyday people who are just curious as to what exactly is a microbiome and why should I care, this is the video for you. However, I do want to announce that starting January 2021, I will be offering a membership for estheticians who are interested in learning the brick and mortar structure and the backbones and really diving into technical terms, actives, all the things so that you can be prepared to treat your clients. So, what is your skin barrier? Your skin barrier or your microbiome is this invisible layer that sits on top of your skin. It is made up of ceramides, it is made up of fatty acids, it's also made up of good and bad bacteria. So this invisible layer that we have has some form of permeability in it. A good indicator of your skin barrier being compromised is when things are easily let out. So that means that you're applying your products and you're noticing that you just don't retain the moisture anymore. Or you're applying products and you're realizing that, oh my gosh, these sting now, and that wasn't the case 2 weeks ago. I don't know what's going on. What happens is that we get kind of carried away with our active ingredients, such as your AHAs, your BHAs, and even your PHAs, and you notice that, you know, once we're breaking down your barrier, it's just a little too permeable. You've done a little bit too much over exfoliating. You've done a little bit too much active ingredients. You might even notice that you're starting to break out more than you're not even that person. That's not even your thing. Just think of it as this protective layer over your skin that is just permeable enough to allow products to come in and keep the bad stuff out. Another term you've probably heard before is transepidermal water loss, or TEWL. And what that means is that whenever we're applying products, it still seems that for the life of us, the atmosphere, it's sucking all of the moisture out of our skin. And that also happens when you have too much permeability in your natural skin barrier or your microbiome. So the very first thing, if you want to go ahead and you're noticing that you're experiencing some of these symptoms, is to stop your actives. I know you're like, okay, but Taj, if I stop my actives, you're gonna be telling me I'm slowing down my progress. Not at all. What's gonna happen is, since your skin barrier is already so compromised and it needs more support, you stopping those actives, which is in turn irritating your skin, is gonna do more help than harm. I know you don't wanna do it, but I'm telling you, it's the best thing that you could possibly do for your skin. Just give yourself a pause. Give yourself, I mean, it doesn't have to be long. Give yourself, usually, I notice that most people need about 10 to 14 days of skin barrier repair in their routine in order for them to go back into their actives again. So think of it as a pause in your skincare journey to when you're getting to your goals. Just give yourself a break. Give your skin a break. She gets stressed too, sis. And you've been over here trying to work her overtime. And I know you guys have a very toxic relationship. But you're gonna have to figure that out. Y'all gonna have to just, it's time for y'all gotta take a break. Number 2 is to stop washing your face in the shower. I know it's easy to go ahead and knock 2 birds out in the stone whenever you're in the shower in the morning or you're in the shower in the evening. But truth be told, in several different areas of the country, we have extremely hard water, and it doesn't help that with hard water, we're pairing it with extremely high temperatures of water. Our skin has an average temperature of 93 degrees Fahrenheit or blank Celsius, because I don't know, I'm in America. However, whenever you go way too high above this or way too low, all it's gonna do is in turn shock the skin. So cleansing your face in extremely hot water, extremely cool water isn't very beneficial. Also, I had someone make a point on my last video when I showed them that I iced my skin, saying that the pores would close. That's not how pores work. So I want to break that down in here too. We're debunking a myth today. So we've been told that whenever you put cold water on your face, it closes the pores back up. And whenever you use warm water, it opens them up so that whatever you're putting in there can seep through. That is false. Pores do not contain muscles that contract. So what happens is warm water helps to soften sebum so that whenever you're prepping for extractions or applying your products, it allows for a little bit better of product penetration. It does not mean that your pores opened. Whenever you use cold water, that does not mean that it constricts them and closes them. I only used ice because it's really great for helping with waking me up, number one, and two, helping with puffiness around my eyes as well as inflammation by soothing it. But hard water and hot water mixed together is no good. You can buy a water softener attachment for your shower if you like. I'll go ahead and apply that down in the description box below. But you want to make sure that you are keeping your water very similar to the temperature of your skin. Number three, you want to up your ceramides and probiotics within your routine. I just told you earlier on, your microbiome is made up of mainly ceramides and good and bad bacteria as well as fatty acids. So CERAVE, hence CERA, is a ceramide rich brand. So using their hydrating cleanser, a really good first step to like de-escalating down to your actives in your skincare. So whenever I say stop your actives, that's an excellent cleanser for you to use. My favorite probiotic product of all time, I'm gonna go ahead and grab it right now, is the Eminence Probiotic Mask. This mask right here, this is empty. I have another empty one too, just to show you guys how empty all the things. Empty. All gone, boo. We finished, we through. I love this for soothing the skin. One of the major things that you'll notice when your skin barrier is impaired is that it stings, it burns, it hurts. Sometimes it's so dehydrated that it's cracking. And my thing is, that guy right there has so many soothing properties within it. It also has good cultures of bacteria within it. It's a cream-based mask, so you don't have to worry about it drying hard and taking more moisture out of the skin. That mask is so good that I personally, for a long time, was using it every morning. I had really inflamed acne at the time. That was a heaven sent product. Woo. Another really good product that's specifically driven for barrier repair is the SKINFIX Barrier Plus Moisturizer. So the SKINFIX Barrier Plus lipid rich moisturizer is amazing. It has lipids in it, those fatty acids that I was telling you about. It also has lily root extract, which is really great for soothing and calming the skin down. This is also vegan and cruelty free. I think that this is one of the best moisturizers on the market right now. I think that this is awesome if you're looking for a nice daytime moisturizer throughout your 10-14 day period where you're really trying to just get your skin barrier back on track. I prefer this one over the CeraVe moisturizer, the hydrating moisturizer, just because I believe that this is a little bit more focused and centered on people who need to repair their barrier. And the CeraVe one is also good as well, but it's just not as rich as this. It's a little bit more on the thinner side. 4, soothing product replacements. I have been on my CICA train lately, okay? If you're not familiar with what CICA is, it is derived from Korean beauty, and CICA is supposed to be this very soothing, hydrating ingredient. So the very first product I'm going to talk about, and it's also the least expensive product, is the Revolution CICA Repair Serum, or excuse me, the CICA Serum. It doesn't say repair. But it is a calming and soothing serum. If you watched my routine for male skincare where I had Chris use it, Chris was kind of on his journey of repairing his skin barrier, so that's why I made sure that we added this into his routine. It's super lightweight and hydrating. Like when I tell you I feel like a freshly glazed donut after applying this, I mean it. I believe this may have cost me $8. Don't quote me on that, but it was like within the $10 range. This was a really good pickup. It was an impulse buy when I was in Ulta one time. I was like, you know, I want to see what it's about, and I'm so glad I got it. This has been one of the CICA products that I have been reaching for more lately. just because of just how juicy and hydrating it is. So love it. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Revolution, send me some things if you're watching. Next, I have the Dr. JART CICAPAIR. This is a balm, or no, it's kind of like a balm texture, but it's not. It's really hard to explain. So this is the Tiger Grass Calming Gel Cream. Gel cream is a better way to anticipate it. The texture of this is so funky, not in a bad way. Like you see, it's translucent like a gel, but it still has the form of a moisturizer. It's the weirdest. It's weird, but I love it. This has been one of my favorite daytime CICA moisturizers just because it's very light. It's very light and just hydrating enough that you can get away with it. There are certain gel moisturizers that I notice for my skin are just too light and they dry down so quickly to the point where I'm like, okay, but what did that do? I can't tell. And so this is definitely one of my favorites. The Tiger Grass is also another calming property within it. 10 out of 10 would recommend. There's been some times where I've jacked my skin up because trust me, there's days where I'm trying new products and you know, my skin's like, cut it sis. I gotta do some damage control. And this is one of the things that I reach for. I picked this up this year and I thought like, oh my gosh, this is like such a tiny like container. Like I'm gonna run through this in no time, but really, honestly, that small bit that I did, it's excess on the back of my hand right now. So a little bit goes a long way with this Dr. JART product. And next, oh my gosh, newest obsession. You guys know I've already talked about LANEIGE before. But LANEIGE has a CICA sleeping mask and I love this. Okay, sleeping mask is a funky ass term to just say nighttime moisturizer. I already loved my first sleeping mask by LANEIGE. This one is just that much better. It's just a really nice, rich moisturizer that isn't clogging or too thick. Like, you know how you put on a shea butter and you're like, oh yeah, this is super rich, it's gonna hydrate me. It's an occlusive, we'll get to that next. That is not the case for this. It's a great pickup. Once again, if you're looking to really put that moisture back into your skin, you're gonna love it. It's great, it's wonderful. I hope you go and pick up some of these products, seriously. And I don't get no commission from this. Ain't nobody paid me yet. Number 5 is to glaze your skin, okay? And you're like, Taj, I'm sick of the donut puns. Quit. But I'm never gonna stop. So I'm gonna talk to you a little bit about occlusives. We're gonna be really quick with it because like I said, you guys aren't here for terminology, you're here for better skin. So what an occlusive is, it's a thicker product that has the ability to kind of contain all the other products that you had layered underneath and keep the moisture in. So like we said, we talked about transepidermal water loss and about how when your barrier is impaired, you can't tend to keep many things in. Well, boy, do I have the product for you. Glazing your skin or your occlusive is gonna be your very last step. A lot of people think that they are hydrating their skin with an oil or with shea butter, which are not moisturizers, they are occlusives. They hold the products in like a little saran wrap. My favorite occlusive that the girlies on skincare Twitter have been talking about for like years at this point is the CERAVE healing ointment. And boy, okay? So this is really great for my girlies who are also eczema prone from the neck down. If you want to just like throw this on there as part of your body routine, I highly recommend for you to do so. Do it, sis. Now I will let you know right now, when you have an occlusive, that means she thick. Okay, this is not gonna be your lightweight product. But when you are in your, and I don't even think that you should do this every single night. Like, look at that. She's a thick one. She's a thick one. Occlusives aren't really meant for nightly use. However, when you are in your barrier repair phase, that first 14-day phase before you're taking your break from your actives, I do recommend using it just about every night. And this is just a skin protectant with ceramides. It's really great for people who tend to get eczema, especially on their face. I mean, if you get it in the folds or creases in your arms or behind your legs like I do, Good Sis is here for you. And what's amazing is that, you know, we've applied all of our CICA serum, ceramides and lipid barrier rich and peptide rich moisturizer and cleanser. You know, you don't want to lose that because, I mean, after all, even though we're trying to help rebuild it, it's only so much we can do with those products. This is what's going to seal the deal and keep it all in. This is the ribbon on top of the present. Matter of fact, let's do this. Hashtag Taj Skin Barrier Challenge, okay? Tag me on Instagram. I think I might start getting a little bit more active on Twitter. It's kind of like my fun place for like being a jackass. So, okay, boom. Challenge. The challenge is you go and get the CeraVe Hydrating Cleanser. You go ahead and you pick up the Revolution CICA Serum. You grab the Dr. JART CICAPAIR and the CeraVe Healing Ointment. Go grab all of it, right? You don't have to, but if you want to, I highly recommend it. Grab that and then tell me how your skin looks after 14 days. Tell me how it feels. It's more so about how it feels rather than looks. I mean, the irritation and everything else comes afterwards, but how it's gonna feel, unmatched. Unmatched. But aside from that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm running and I'm talking a mile a minute because I gotta go to work. I gotta go talk to the girlies. I gotta snatch the coochies. I gotta rub the faces. I have to do the things. So please like this video because it does help with the algorithm. And also, I want to know where you guys are at. My Wix app tells me whenever you guys go to Mahaly-spa.com and where in the world that you know you're coming from. I get like people from the UK, people from France. I get people from Trinidad. I get people from Canada. I get people from all over the US that ping it, but drop it in the comments where you at, boo. Where in the world are you, okay? I'd love to see that. But aside from that, you guys have a blessed day. I want you to be the greatest glazed donuts that you can be. It's your girl Taj Mahaly, and I'm out. I'll see you next week. Bye. Gotta need my crack before we get started. It's been a while since we've been in the living room, honey. We've been out and took you to my bedroom. We done did it in the bathroom. We done did it, you know. Now, it's been a minute since we've been here. It's been a minute since we've been here. First off, I would like to declare today Meg Day. Meg dropped good news, and it was everything that I wanted, everything I deserved, everything I worked for this year.